Hello friends, Christian here with Brick Life Crisis. Today is May the 4th, so of course we're taking a look at LEGO Star Wars. This is set number 75211, the Imperial TIE Fighter. Yeah, I've been looking forward to this one. 519 pieces. This set includes 4 minifigures, including the Mimban Stormtrooper, the Imperial Pilot, Han Solo, and Tobias Beckett. Alright, let's crack this guy open, huh? Okay, here we have our Imperial TIE Fighter and our 4 minifigures. We'll take a look at each of those individually, and then we'll take a look at the ship in a little bit closer detail. Okay, here we have our TIE Fighter pilot, and he looks pretty similar to ones we've gotten in the past. He's got nice print all the way around the torso and down onto the waist and legs. He comes with a small sidearm and a nicely detailed helmet. There's some nice detail up there. Pretty shiny as far as the helmet goes. My big drawback on this figure and all TIE Fighter figures, or TIE Fighter pilots that we've gotten so far, is the helmet only goes up about halfway down the back of the head. So you can see a lot of flesh tone underneath. Incidentally, we have our standard angry clone face. There's no alternate face, and as I've said before in past reviews of Stormtroopers, TIE Fighter pilots, clone troopers, I really wish they would give us just a black head, or like the old Scout Trooper, a black head with a face printed underneath the ski mask, for lack of a better term, because I think this just looks silly when you have that much flesh tone exposed underneath. Other than that, I think it's a very nice figure. This is the Mimban Stormtrooper. He's got a medium blaster and kind of a gray Stormtrooper armor that has some camouflage on it. It's a nice helmet print, a lot of detail there. The print goes down onto the waist and legs. He's wearing a cape, which has a print on it as well. And this helmet goes down far enough that you can't really see underneath that we have just a standard clone head. I'd still rather it be a black head or a hooded head, but with the cape it helps to hide that, so it's not quite as bad. Under the cape we have some print as well, some more camouflage detail, but that cape is pretty well done with the print and the hood and that sort of thing. Overall, I think this guy is pretty cool. This is Tobias Beckett. He's got a couple of small blasters. That print is really nice. It looks like he has a duster or a trench coat over his armored uniform. That print continues down onto the waist and legs. He's got a nice face, some extra detail there. I don't know if that's scarring or something, but that looks pretty good. He's got an insignia on the top of his cap, and the print continues around the back as well. So this is the character that is played by Woody Harrelson in the movie. I'm not a big fan of the name Tobias Beckett. It sounds like a character from Arrested Development or something rather than Star Wars, but the movie isn't out yet. It comes out in a couple of weeks, so I will look forward to seeing that. And here we have Han Solo. Some people say that this is Han Solo in disguise, but if I remember correctly, Han Solo was once an Imperial pilot, and so it would make sense that this was his Imperial uniform before he left to become a mercenary smuggler and ultimately a general for the Rebel Alliance. In any event, this figure is really well done. It's a nice print there with the armored uniform. He's carrying a heavy blaster, and he has a nice printed cloak. The helmet is very nice as well. We've got some pretty nice printing and detailing on there. He does have an alternate face. Let's take a look at that. And there we are. Nice prints, both front and back for that head. There is some printing on the back of his uniform as well. Reveals some more of that armor. This is the same cape that the Mimban Stormtrooper has. So they're both the same. But overall, I think this is a nice minifigure, and I am anxious to see the movie and see how this plays out, whether or not it is actually a disguise or if it is his uniform before he ultimately switches sides. And here we have the Imperial TIE Fighter. The build was pretty similar to the First Order TIE Fighter that we got a couple years ago. The wings are reinforced quite a bit better. I don't know how well you can see that on camera, but they're nice and sturdy. So this thing, I'm giving it some pretty good force, and it's not moving. The cockpit opens from the front as well as from the top to give you plenty of room to get a figure in and out. The droid body yoke is there to navigate with, and it's not super roomy. I mean, you can only get one figure in there, but you can get him in just fine. There are clips, incidentally, on either side to store his sidearm or other accessories. There's a nice print on the cockpit window as well as on the top. There are also two other printed tiles, one on either wing, right there. And again, these wings are nice and sturdy. We have fairly smooth edges on most of the side surfaces of the wing, which is nice. On the back, we have the little red lights, which are seen on all of the TIE Fighters. And we have a couple of flick fire missiles down there that you can easily leave off if you're not a fan of those. They work just like all the others. They pop out right there when you flick them on the back. But yeah, this thing is pretty nice for the sense of scale. You can see the minifigures down there. As I mentioned, in the cockpit there is a clip for a blaster right there. So the sidearm can be carried along with the pilot. So as you can see, the pilot fits in there nicely with his sidearm, and then the cockpit just closes down from the top and from the bottom. So overall, I really like this set. I think it's a really nice build as far as the TIE Fighter goes. The 4 minifigures are very well done, and they're all unique, other than the TIE Fighter pilot, who is pretty similar, but even he has some unique markings on his helmet. Overall, I think the value is not fantastic. It's 519 pieces with a retail price of $70, so as far as price to part ratio, it's a little bit high, but overall the build quality is quite good, and if you're a fan of the TIE Fighter, it's kind of a no-brainer, I think. Alright, that about wraps it up for this one. We hope you're enjoying your May the 4th, and if you haven't already gone to Lego Shop at Home, their website, or to a Lego store, today is the day that you can get that exclusive BB-8 build if you make a purchase over a certain threshold, so check that out if you haven't already. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave us a like. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you can be made aware whenever we release a new video. We try to release videos daily, and we'll continue to do that for as long as we can. And please leave a comment below, and if you happen to have your own Lego channel, leave that in the comments as well. That way we can all come take a look. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, may the Force be with you. Bye for now.